Cambodia has a Buddhist spiritual tradition. More than 3,000 monasteries have been rehabilitated across the country in recent years. But the violence of the past still haunts memories in the present. Many people wonder whether their children will find the inspiration to live by Buddhist values after such tragic times. The relevance of Buddhist practice to the needs of Cambodian society has been re-emphasized since the UN-sponsored elections in 1993. The Patriarch, Venerable Maha Ghosananda, is one person who has been an inspiration to many Cambodians. He teaches that great suffering can give rise to great compassion, and that compassion gives rise to peace. Today in the West, Buddhist monasteries flourish, and Maha Ghosananda is often invited to them. He works with people of many religious backgrounds for peace in the whole world. But Maha Ghosananda spends most of his time in Cambodia. He travels from province to province and from village to village. All the time, his message is his example, and his example is serenity and peace.
If we want other people to find peace, we have to have peace ourselves first. If we haven't got peace, how can we give peace to others? We should give an example for others to follow. We distribute a lot of books, though we don't know whether people read them or not. People often complain that the truth does not help them, but if they only read books on truth without practicing what is written, then there will be no result. If you've got rice and don't eat it, you stay hungry. If you don't drink, you stay thirsty.
How can Buddhism help society?
Buddhism can help in three ways: through people refraining from evil actions, performing good actions, and purifying their minds.
One way in which Maha Ghosananda helps to spread a message of peace through society is with the Dharmayatras, the peace marches. In a Dharmayatra, monks and nuns leave their temples and travel across the country on foot. In so doing, they remind the population that loving kindness, compassion, and forgiveness can contribute to the healing of Cambodian society.
The word Dharmayatra means to walk according to the truth. That means with compassion, a pure heart, wisdom, and step by step. It means to be mindful and to calm your mind, whether walking, standing, or lying down. When we practice this teaching, the people walking behind us will be inclined to follow our example. We have to have both faith and wisdom. These two qualities have to be balanced. And we should know the holy Sanskrit saying used by King Yayavarman VII, Om Mane Padme Hum. The head confers wisdom and the heart compassion, and both should be used together. If you use compassion without wisdom, or wisdom without compassion, the result may be counterproductive. Like a bird which has 2 wings or a human who has 2 feet, you have to use both. If you use only 1 foot, it would be difficult to walk. It is the same with compassion and wisdom.
In 1993, during the run-up to the first elections in Cambodia in 25 years, the Venerable Maha Ghosananda led a 3-week-long Dharmayatra from Angkor Wat to the capital, Phnom Penh.
In the recent past, our leaders have not understood the teaching of the Buddha, and they have attached little importance to it. Now they acknowledge that the Dhamma will bring happiness to ourselves, our family, our society, our nation, and the whole world. We're going to replant trees. The king, the father of the nation, has said that we should do this because it will help the rainfall. We live in the environment. If the environment is not healthy, then we cannot live properly. At times there is too much smoke or too much dirt. The forest helps to purify the air and regulate the rainfall.
Between 1970 and 1995, half the forest in Cambodia was cut down. Trees as old as the medieval civilization of Angkor have been felled and exported. This loss of trees is disturbing the natural balance, causing more droughts and more floods, and destroying the natural wealth of Cambodia's huge lake, the Tonle Sap.
We have to explain that felling trees will lead to very bad consequences for the people who do it, for their families, their country, and for the people of the whole world. But if we look after the trees, then the consequences will be beneficial. The universe has interrelations. If we're suffering, then another part of the world suffers as well. If we have drought, then another part of the world will also experience problems. Trees are very important. Like in the life of the Buddha was born under a tree, he found enlightenment under a tree, and he passed away under a tree. Our houses are built of timber, and trees provide us with fruit. We owe a lot to trees and to nature in general. Nature is very important.